Good morning. This is going to be the Capricorn reading. I have been going through a lot of energetic changes. I'm talking about a lot, and my energy has been just really, really low. I spent 2 days in the house, not even dressed. I couldn't even get out of the house. I did manage to make a couple of videos, but not as many as what I have been making, just because I've really needed my energy for these shifts that I'm going through. But the good news is that I am even more connected now spiritually. I've really found my center. And so if you are interested in getting a personal reading from me, I'm going to start offering specifically twin flame readings, past life readings, which past life seems to kind of be my specialty. I'm really tuned into that, so if that's something you're interested in, or I can do a personal, love, money reading, letting you know what's blocking you, what things you need to work on, what specific messages come through for you. And all of those are $40 right now, and I will include in the description of the video my Cash App and my PayPal email. So do email me to set that up. I do love doing personal readings. I've pretty much cleared my energy of just about everything but my channel right now and my sales. I'm not doing anything extra right now so that I can focus all of my energy on this. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the video. With the video. And I wanted to say too, first of all, there's no cups energy whatsoever in this spread today. It's all swords and staffs. And so the energy that I got right away was that there is a lot of mental conflict, a lot of anxiety, a lot of staying up late at night worrying, and plus there's a lot of actions being taken. Lots of changes and lots of anxiety over changes. And I have said this before, changes cause people anxiety. People get comfortable, and if you start changing jobs, you're like, man, I gotta learn this job. This new job, you move, you got to change your address, you got to get a moving truck, you got to put your pictures back up on the wall, you got to unpack stuff. It's just a lot of work. And if you're like me, you would rather just kind of deal with the shit that you got going on now than go through all those changes. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting with this spread. So first of all, we have this Ace of Swords. And right away, this put me in mind of here in Indiana, we're having a lot of rain. It literally just stopped raining. It rained for like a month and a half. And we had a lot of flooding. Our crops are really late being put out. So basically, the energy that I'm getting with this, you see how the hand is coming up out of this ground? And out of all it's like conflict. Out of all this conflict, it's like a peace offering of grapes. So basically the energy that I'm getting from this card is to find something to be grateful for in spite of everything that's going on. Look for the silver lining. Look for something good to come out of this, because we have some endings of some cycles that are coming up that I'm going to start talking about here in a minute. To clarify the Ace of Swords, we have the Autumn card. Watchtower of the West. And so I do feel like very strongly that by autumn, some of you guys are going to be, like I said, on new jobs, possibly relocating to a new region of the country, possibly moving out on your own. This can involve leaving your parents' home or possibly getting a divorce. I'm seeing for some, maybe after many years. And so this will be a lot of changes coming in. So I do show that this is coming. This is happening in the fall. Because the images that I'm getting with these leaves falling is of that tree that, all the leaves falling off of this tree. And that this tree is kind of symbolic of the ending of these cycles, like the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Staffs. So I do feel like this is the same energy of ending cycles. But I do feel like this autumn is very significant because by autumn your life is going to be completely changed. But right now you're going through these changes. But the message coming through from Spirit is that by autumn, you're going to be very happy, very peaceful, very contented. And you're going to be, you're going to be on the other side of this. But in the meantime, find things in the meantime to be grateful for. Look for the silver lining. We have the Five of Staffs. And the Five of Staffs is all about cooperation. And so I feel like this is the play nice card. And a lot of times when we're going through changes, we have to kind of play nice for a while. Especially if you are dependent upon other people for anything. It's very important to get to the point where you take your power back from people to where nobody has the power over you to make you happy, mad, sad, to be able to put you out in the cold, these can be like physical things too, like maybe you have to play fair right now because you're living with this person. Sorry, my hand's shaking. You're living with this person, and until you move out or until you find a place, until the dust settles, you got to play nice. So that's the energy that I'm getting from this card, is that playing nice. Do have healthy boundaries though, and do be working on ways of becoming more independent. Of definitely taking your power back from those people that have your power in their hands. They've taken your power from you. You've given it away. And anytime, even if it's just the way somebody makes us feel, nobody should be able to make us feel anything. You can even contribute this to like being something that's good. I'm using air quotes. This person, I love the way this person makes me feel. Well, first of all, that is a very codependent energy, because what happens when that person takes away those good feelings, those good vibrations? What are you left with? So do make sure that you're balanced and that you're filling your own cup first. And I talk about this all the time, the importance of it. It's so very important to take your power back from people. We have the tree, the grounding energy, but I do feel like this tree too was kind of what I was talking about earlier, with all the leaves falling off the tree and being the end of a cycle. So I am showing that the end of this cycle is going to happen in August. These cycles here, the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Staffs, and you got very specific messages coming through from Spirit to let you know how to do that. First of all, you need to ground yourself. And this is going to involve spending more time outdoors. Sometimes you need to leave the concrete jungle. You need to go out. You need to connect with trees and anything green. Just get outdoors and take a weekend off and unwind and really connect to nature. Meditation is going to be very important to grounding too. A very specific message that came through for me over the past few days was, if you want to really connect through meditation, eliminate the caffeine from your diet. Go herbal, drink herbal teas. Because the caffeine will distract you. It'll distract you, first of all, from even being able to sit still and practice being instead of doing. I know when I've had coffee or tea, like I drink sweet tea, I will want to get up and do stuff. It's hard for me just to sit still. And then when I am sitting still, I start thinking of all the things I need to do. So back off the caffeine, or try to wean yourself off, because I know that, you can get headaches. But definitely try some hot herbal tea instead. That message is coming through for some people. And that'll help you sleep too, because I'm getting for some people that are losing sleep because you're overthinking and you're worrying and you're stressing. Caffeine is adding to this. So do try to wean yourself off and do more herbal supplements, more herbal supplementing teas. Chamomile is one that came up for a lot of people, especially at bedtime. I know I do Damiana tea a lot. All right, we have the Ten of Swords, and this is the left for dead, feeling betrayed, feeling like people have stabbed you in the back, and This is like a really heavy energy that I'm getting. And, you know, it could possibly be, you know, I know when I went through my divorce, a lot of people turned on me. The kids were angry with me. There was a lot of confusion over who was getting what. And, you know, my credit ended up shot as a result. So, you know, I am feeling like there's quite a few of you out there that are ending relationships. And then some of you are ending jobs. And, you know, I know anytime I put in my 2-week notice or I put in my intent to leave a place, you know, sometimes it seemed like it brought out the negativity in those people who didn't like you to begin with. They didn't like you. It was like a free-for-all, you know? Like, well, she's leaving soon, so I'm going to go ahead and let her know how I feel about her. I mean, there were even some 2-week notices I couldn't even finish. I was like, fuck that, I'm done. Because it kind of does, you know, stir up, you know, some hornet's nest. So I feel like for some, this is happening. Maybe you're receiving some criticism or judgment from others that think that they know what's best for you. And once again, you're going to have very strong boundaries. And you have to get to the point where you don't care what other people think or what they feel about you or what they're saying about you. Know what's worth your energy and what isn't. I went through a whole list of things last night. Is this worth my energy? No. Is that worth my energy? No. So you have to realize and you have to use your energy for what's important. You know, and get to the point where, you know, you can tell somebody, look, you know what, you can think, say, feel, whatever you want about me. I really don't give a shit. And, you know, sometimes, you know, because my ego's in the way enough to still be a little passive aggressive. And I would much rather send somebody away without a fight, especially when I know that they went out of their way to get a fight with me. Send them away disappointed. Let them know that, you know what, you are not even worth my time or energy. I'm not even going to give you the time of day. So, you know, that's the energy I'm getting with this. We have the Justice card. And I feel like justice has been a theme with you too, Capricorn, because I do feel very strongly that there are people who have been fucking with you, possibly for a long time. You know, maybe making you look bad, smearing your name. I know that used to be a big one. Oh, don't slander my name. I'm coming for you. I didn't like that for a long time. For a long time, that was like, man, that would take me there. But, you know, as I got to know who I am as a person, and that was that whole energy I was getting here where, you know what, you're not even worth my time. I'm not even going to give you the time of day. I don't have to have the last word. Because for one thing, like I said, I'm not even going to give you any more of my energy whatsoever. My energy is a precious commodity and you are not getting it. And what I'm getting with this Justice card is that there will be a balancing of the scales. And if this is somebody who has been making your life hard, there will be karma to be paid. You don't have to do anything. Everything always comes back around. There's a karmic checks and balancing system in the universe. You know, at the same time, you know, make sure you're playing well with others so that you are not creating any karma as well. Let the universe take care of it. I know I used to want to get revenge myself. I'm going to make you pay. My mom told me, you know what? It always backfires when you do that. You don't have to do anything. It will happen on its own. Ten of Staffs. This is another ending. And basically, the energy I'm getting is he's picking up all of his wands, all of his staffs, and he's going home. It's like, you know what? I've set all of the intentions I'm going to set. Everything's put in place. And, you know, you have to get to the point where you say, you know what? It's done. Everything I've wished for, everything I've worked hard for, it's done. And I don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm going to get out of my own way. I'm going to go home. I'm going to chill. I'm going to practice being. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to ground myself out in nature, possibly go on a camping trip, maybe go fishing. Really connect to nature. Because you're going to find that nature, connecting to nature is going to help you reclaim your power. because you have to connect to your own source. And in order to connect to your own source, you have to ground yourself. And you do this through meditation and through spending time outdoors. I mean, there's no better way to explain it. That's how I did it. I spent a lot of time outdoors, especially out by water. And there's a certain victorious energy, a feel to this card. Like, you know what? I know that this is that deep sense of knowing and faith. Not worried about a thing. You don't have to spend any more energy on this. Just go into that deep place of faith. And you know what? A lot of times we want to know what's going to happen. You know, a friend of mine was telling me the other day, because I was trying to second guess the situation, how it was going to turn out. Which, he kind of redirected me, because he said, you know what? Everyone wants to know the unknown. They want to know. Why does everybody fear the unknown so much? And it's such a controlling energy when you want to get out ahead of something. We don't want to be blindsided. We don't want to be surprised. I have said before, I have a fear of mice. But I can see mice all day in a cage and be all right. It's when one surprises me and it runs across the counter. It's that surprise element. So it's not so much I'm scared of a mouse as I'm scared of being surprised. Same thing with ghosts. I'm a medium. I can connect to spirits all day, but let me be out somewhere and one just pop up. It's that surprise element. And so we want to know. We want to be prepared. But know that whatever you prepare for is what you're going to attract. So would you rather prepare for something and align to that and have it not be what you want, have it be that catastrophe you prepared for? Or would you rather be in that magical void of the unknown and not know, but be trusting and have faith that everything is working out according to your divine plan? That is the energy I'm getting with this card. Appreciation. And so the magical energy here, and this goes along with this energy too, that Ace of Swords, that appreciation, finding something to be grateful for, finding that silver lining. So in spite of everything that could be going wrong right now in your life, look for what's going right. I mean, do you have food to eat? Do you have running water? There's people living under bridges. So find things to be grateful for every day. Get you a gratitude journal. Write down 3-4 things every day to be grateful for. Because when you start showing appreciation and gratitude for the little things, you'll start having more and more things to be grateful for, because you are in alignment to receiving and appreciating and showing gratitude. Whereas if you're in that, oh, woe is me, that old, I call it Eeyore energy from like Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore the donkey. If you're in that energy, that's what you're going to keep getting more and more of. And, I saw a meme on Facebook one time, and basically it was like, there's some people out there that don't want to be fixed. They don't want to be helped because, really they love the attention. They love that attention when they're down. And how many times you see somebody post something on Facebook about how upset they are about something, and prayers, no questions, please. Well, you know what? That is, I'm going to say it, that is a very attention-seeking energy. And, I have to be conscious of that, too, to make sure that I always check my intentions, and then I'm not coming from a place of need to where I'm trying to get my ego stroked and I'm trying to get attention. So do make sure that you are in this place of appreciation always, and stay out of the Eeyore energy. We have the Six of Staffs. When I saw this right away, I was thinking, make sure success is one thing, but make sure you're not doing it at the expense of others. And this could go along with that Five of Staffs energy too. This is that play nice. I remember I said be careful you don't produce your own karma. So make sure you don't step on other people while you are trying to progress and while you are trying to manifest what you want. Do be loyal and true to yourself. And I'm always saying that. I mean, it starts with yourself. Loyalty starts with yourself. Always put yourself first. But at the same time, even though you do have boundaries, you are putting yourself first. Don't use, discard, or step on anybody else, because you want to be careful not to create your own karma. That's the energy I'm getting with this card. We have the Flower Power card. Spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. So this is what I was saying earlier about taking the time to smell the roses. Really spend that time connecting in nature. That is going to be so important. And also what I'm getting with this Flower Power too are the herbal teas. Herbal teas are flowers. So I'm feeling for some of you that switching from caffeinated beverages to, usually I don't do like this much health stuff, but like it's really coming up for you, to more healing teas. I feel like some of you might even have physical ailments or conditions that could benefit from this. So do incorporate more flowers into your daily life, and you can do this through teas or through spending more time outdoors. Seven of Swords. I'm getting the same energy with this as I got with the Ten of Staffs. See how he picked up all the staffs and he's going home? This Seven of Swords, there's a certain defensive quality to it, that you've been really fighting to hold on to things. And and this happens too, especially if you're going through any type of financial struggles right now, or like I said, a change in your living makeup. You're trying to hold on to things. The message that's coming through from Spirit is stop trying to hold on to shit. Maybe you're supposed to have new stuff. Maybe the things you're trying to hold on to are no longer for you. Something better is coming along. So stop struggling and resisting what's happening right now in your current reality and watch it change. Go with the flow. Be like, you know what? I know whatever's for me, I cannot lose, or for it'll be replaced, restored, or replaced with something better. Tell yourself that every day and stop worrying. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. This is that clarifier for that Seven of Swords. And so what I'm getting with this is that you have to realize the universe has your back. Hasn't it always? And the only time that things seemed to go downhill was because you prepared for it. You're like, this is what always happens. That's that Eeyore energy. It always goes downhill. So you know what? I'm expecting that to happen again. But understand, Capricorn, you always attract amazing opportunities into your life. Haven't you always? But you always have that self-sabotage. And this is that self-sabotaging behavior of, it's going to go downhill anyway, so I might as well just face that. And fuck it. But do make sure that when you are in that self-sabotaging behavior, you are not stepping on the backs of others, and you are not using and hurting other people, because this is producing more karma in your life, and this is self-sabotaging as well. All right, we have the Book and the Shepherd. What I'm getting with the Book is to make sure that your spiritual knowledge that you are taking in, make sure it is legitimate. You have to reach the point where you question the beliefs you were raised with. You question what others tell you, question what you read, and try to go directly to source. That's why I said herbal teas and meditation and nature are going to be so important. That way you can get your spiritual information, your spiritual downloads, and insight and clarity straight from the source. Because not all sources are credible. That is the energy I'm getting with this card right here. With the Shepherd. Once again, be careful who you're following. Be very careful. And make sure that you use discernment. And make sure that whatever knowledge you're taking in, make sure it truly resonates with you on a soul level. All right. Dearest you, we are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it has taken for you to reach some of your goals and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest that you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune into the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality, but we know that happy rewards are on their way to you even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. Wow. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on this journey itself, not arriving at any distant destination. You're surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel this? Wow. So you do have changes coming in, and you do need to be in a place of very deep faith. And change the way you're looking at things because you're not seeing the whole picture right now. Well, this is your reading, Capricorn. Till next time, I'm out.